Hey, my name's Jack Nicholson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about the crazy amount of tenants that want to move property, but they just can't move property at the moment. Now, the reason for them not being able to move property is down to the fact that they just can't afford it, or maybe there's not properties in their area. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the survey that's happened with thousands of tenants, and it really gives us an insight into what their thought process is and how tenants feel the market is going. Now, before we jump into this, if you're new around here and you haven't done already, do subscribe to the channel over there and hit that bell notification. We've just hit 50,000 subscribers. And by subscribing, you'll get all the latest property news, interest rate news, property investing tips, and much, much more. And let's get some views on this video. Your part is very simple on this. All you need to do is smash like, tick or like, do something to the like button. That helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that's really helped the channel grow. So thanks to everyone that does that. So this is a survey with spare room, and it covers rooms, but also normal tenancies as well, because spare room, you can actually rent normal properties as well on there. And so what they're seeing here is a crazy amount of people that want to stay put, and that isn't normal. So at the moment, staying put, people that just have no option, is 54% of the market. Now, a lot of people rent property because it gives you that flexibility, because you can move, you're not committed. Because if you buy a house or a flat, it can take years or months to sell a property and cost you so much money. And so actually renting a property is a benefit sometimes, because you've got that flexibility. And if your job takes you to another part of the country or another country, you can easily move and you don't get so much impact each time that happens. But right now, the property market has a lot of uncertainty. The Renters' Right Act passed, which is positive. There's a lot of good stuff in there for tenants. It means the quality of accommodation is going to be higher. It means that if you have a problem with a rogue landlord, that you're going to be able to get it addressed and maybe even get some compensation for that. But on the flip side of that, a lot of landlords are leaving the market due to the Renters' Rights Bill. In fact, the rental market has shrunk. We're now back to the size that we were even in 2016. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out that since 2016, our population has grown. It's on the front of the paper every single day. If you watch the news, the stories are all about immigration, people staying in hotels, people having huge social waiting lists in some areas. The social waiting lists in London, in some boroughs of London, are 37 years. I'm in Dorking in Surrey. There's not a massive waiting list here. It's still 2 years. Imagine if you need a property and you've got to wait 2 years. It's an absolute nightmare. And so tenants at the moment, they're starting to understand this kind of stuff. And this has become more normal over the last year or so. And I feel that my tenants are similar. Most of my tenants get below market rent. And so they're looking at that saying, hey, I don't want to pay more rent. I'll look on Rightmove because maybe I want to get a 2-bedroom property. But the property I've got right now is £100 or £200 less than it would be for a normal 1-bedroom property, which I don't increase my rents massively if I have a good tenant and there's not lots of problems there. So that's good for them. And lots of you watching this are similar. You have good tenants that maybe is a friend or a family member or someone that's just rented your property for a long time. And so that keeps them loyal. But the problem is a lot of these people now feel stuck because they may not want to stay in your property. But because you're being a good landlord, you're giving them a good rent, they don't have other options. So that's the big problem that we've got here. Now, people over 40, this is even worse because they feel they've got to be more likely to keep their property. And so people that are over 40, they are staying put. 61% of them want to stay put in their property right now. They don't want to take that risk of moving to a new landlord and having that uncertainty and having that increase in rent. Now, in this survey, the most common reason people are not moving at the moment is budget. 73% of respondents said the budget, not as in the budget, Rachel Reeves' budget, as in the cost of a new rental property is stopping them moving, because where they are right now, they've got whatever their rent is, but the newer places are significantly more expensive. In fact, in Dorking in Surrey, where I am, I've got a 2-bedroom property that I rent out for £1,050 per month. I had a look on Rightmove. The cheapest now is £1,400. So that's a massive jump. Now, I don't know if my tenant's looking to leave or not. They're very happy. Normally, they keep the place immaculate. But I'm sure they've had a look on Rightmove to see what options they've got. And they'll see that. They'll see that that is a big jump, which some people will take, but most won't. 73% of them are saying, this is a problem. Now, what also is a problem is a shortage of properties. And that is something that we all know has been getting progressively worse. Now, 44% of respondents say a shortage of properties is causing them problems. If you look on Rightmove for 1-bedroom flats or 2-bedroom flats in Dorking, there's not a lot. And that means that if you are a tenant, you're really going to have to fight to get those properties. Some of you list properties on here. I've heard of people listing properties in Edinburgh, as an example, and getting 200 applicants per property. Dorking, you don't get 200, but you'll easily get 40. And out of 40, you'll find 1 or 2 or probably 20 or 20 plus will be good options as a tenant. And so there's a shortage of properties as well, which is not good. Now, average rents for a room here, they are up over the last few years, 28% across the country to an average of £755. These are HMO rooms, including bills. In London, the increase has gone up 37% because there's just not enough. And that's average has gone up to 995 now. That's a big chunk of someone's take-home pay just on rent. Now, here's another scary stat, and that is that 45% are not speaking to their landlords. 45%. They're avoiding their landlords. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that they're avoiding their landlord because they don't want to remind the landlord that they exist. Because the belief is with this 45% that if the landlord keeps getting reminded of them, that more rent increases will come. And so they feel that just by being quiet, not causing a nuisance, that they are not going to get as many rent increases as if they really make themselves known. And I think that could be true. If you speak to agents, I would bet that you might get tenants now that aren't phoning in so much stuff that they possibly could fix themselves. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying I believe that that is what's happening. So this is interesting data. It's not great for the tenants. You don't want tenants to feel that they're trapped where they are. You want them to be where they want to live. But ultimately, this is a consequence of not having enough rental properties. And you've pushed landlords out. You're also not building anything as well. If you're talking about the government here, you promised 1.5 million houses. You're not going to get anywhere near that. So this crisis of house prices and rents is not going away anytime soon. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And the last thing, before you go, make sure you join the VIP list. We're launching something very special next week, and that is an in-depth training program that's got hundreds of videos. That's the delay. It was going to launch this week, but there's hundreds of videos that needed editing, uploading, rendering into the members area, checking that they work. So we put it back a week because we want to test it and make sure it works. So that means if you didn't join the VIP list, you can still do it. How do you do it? It's in the description. It's in the first comment. And by doing that, what do you get? Well, you get first access to the program when it launches. You get the best price, and you're not obligated in any way to buy anything. You just find out first. So join the VIP list and see what it's all about when we launch it next week. Do smash like, Do subscribe. Do check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.